Andrew McCart, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm delighted again to be joined by Tom Saunders. Tom, the fight is on. The fight the fans want to see is on. Your son against Canelo Alvarez. How happy are you to finally get everything's resolved and you can see your son take on Canelo?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing for me was, as I say, sorting the ring out. Judging. I'm more than confident in Billy's abilities. I'm not worried about Billy Joe fighting Alvarez Canelo at all. It's just, as a parent, I just work with the tools that was in front of me and just trying to get the best possible fair chance for him. And I think it's, we'll see on the night about the judging. I would say, look, at every Canelo fight, there's always one judge that's going to go, sort of the Canelo way. Always is. But I'm very pleased the fight's on. A bit nervous, It's my son's, my son is the biggest fight of his life. Billy's just laying back, chilling. It's just another fight to him. But, to me, I'm concerned about, as I say, the judging thing and things that is still on my mind. But we'll see on the night.
You mentioned there that when you see Billy Joe when he comes down to the press conferences and the face-off and stuff like that, he's wearing his Versace robe. For somebody that's been fighting in front of 70,000 people in that huge stadium, you don't feel that he's nervous. You don't feel like he's this is too big for him. He's just taking everything in stride. It feels like you're more nervous in him than anyone.
I mean, I try not to show it around him, but Billy loves all this. He loves it. See, as an amateur, Billy and his brother, over Christmas or birthdays, I used to buy them all the boxing kit, new boxing kit, right? You buy Billy Joe the flashiest robe, the flashiest shorts and boots. He loved it. My Tom, right, my oldest son, he would never hardly wear his robe. Or the new. If I bought him a flash pair of shorts, he wouldn't wear them. Where Billy Joe thrives on it, always have done. And the first thing he used to do when we went to any boxing venue is run straight to the trophy table and he'd look at the trophies, right? And obviously the biggest trophies was the winners' trophies. And guaranteed on that night he would come away with the biggest, trophy. But actually, I mean, all this about, the big occasions get to him and this and that, that's all crap. He'll thrive on that. He'll thrive on it.
Talking about the first face-off out on that balcony to your left, it seemed that Billy got either Canelo riled up or fired up. When you looked into Canelo's eyes, when Billy was saying about the beef issue, and obviously yourself, you were saying something about the juicy beef that Canelo likes. Talk about what you saw in Canelo's eyes.
I saw him biting his lip. He was holding it back. Not a lot of fighters get under, Canelo's skin. But when he was walking away, he said, what was it? He's in big trouble now. And, if Billy gets under your skin, right? I mean, if Billy can get underneath his skin and Billy tries hard to get under, all his opponent's skin. And Billy tried a bit harder on this fight because it's Canelo and because to prove that, that he can get under Canelo's skin. And he's done that, on the face-off there, he was, the young man was trying to keep it, but he couldn't. You could see Billy rattled him, So, on the night, if he just keeps ploughing forward to Billy Joe, he's playing to Billy Joe's hands because Billy Joe loves a person coming forward.
I know you're nervous for Billy Joe, but I think I mentioned this in the first interview, but I just want to see, because we are only we're 2 days away from fight night. Yep. Billy Joe always gets up for the biggest occasions. We've seen Tyson Fury here in the lobby, and he's saying this is going to be the biggest win of Billy Joe's career. But even Tyson Fury's confident. He says it's going to be a bigger win than his win over Wilder too. When you see Billy in that ring on Saturday night, how confident are you? Are you going to still be nervous? Are the nerves going to be there? Are you going to feel confidence? Could you not thrive off Billy's confidence?
I'm looking forward to. I'm a boxing fan, and I've said before. I mean, I would, pay money to watch this fight. I would travel to watch it, even if Billy wasn't my son. And there's things I've seen in his training camp that I haven't seen before. You know, and that's the gospel honest truth. You know, not just I've seen more spiteful. You know, with his shots, spiteful, more accurate. You know, his angles, everything, it's spot on. And I'm looking to see something special in there. You know, because I've always said that. I mean, we've only seen 80 to 85% of Billy Joe. Billy Joe are raised to the some of his opponents, he's just raised it enough to beat him. You know, when he's come across a man that's really going to threaten him, right? You know, he's raised it to another level. But I've only seen, and I've always said it, we haven't seen the best of Billy Joe, and I've only seen 80% of him. But what I've been seeing, you know, in training, we might see the 100%. 110%, I don't know, but he's looking good.
I'm going to say when Billy Joe Saunders wins on Saturday night, because if I say if, you might jab me in the lips, but when Billy Joe Saunders wins on Saturday night, what does this do for his career? Does he sail off into the sunset? Does he defend the titles? Does he go off to Caleb Plant? Does he move up? Does he move down? Does he go back to Chris Eubank again? Where does Billy go after if he wins or when he wins on Saturday night?
I mean, we take one fight at a time. If he wins this, which I know he is going to, right, and he's just going to go to another level, you know, and he'll finally get the recognition what he craves, right? Because I know you see him and he don't, it don't bother him, but it do, you know. I mean, what he's achieved in professional boxing, especially back home, you know, he's not looked upon as a good fighter or things like that, but you cannot take away what he's achieved, and he's done everything the hard way. So I'll be pleased to see him start getting a bit of recognition, you know, for his work, what he's already done, and for the work what he's going to do here Saturday night.
Talk to me about Tyson Fury's presence here and the support that they give each other. They're obviously good friends, probably best friends, but they support each other to the hill and back, don't they? So talk to me about Billy Joe's presence here. And talking about what Billy Joe said, he said to me that Billy Joe, when he beats Canelo, he's going to be the best fighter coming out of Britain today.
Well, I mean, him and Tyson Fury, I mean, they've known, you know, one another for years. They've travelled around the world on the amateur circuit, boxing for England, representing the country. And I see them, I mean, when I see them two together, I see them how I used to see them as amateur boxers, as like boys. And from where they've come, like from travelling the world as as amateurs, and then seeing them now both world champions and what they've achieved in the game. But yeah, it's you know, Tyson just being here is a big boost. You know, I mean, when he walks into a room, it just all lights up. You know, and it's good. And it's, you know, but I knew Tyson was going to be here. You know, the same as Joe goes to, like, you know, Tyson's big fights. You know, they support one another and they want the best for one another. And Tyson knows Billy Joe's boxing the same as Billy Joe knows Tyson's boxing. So, you know, what Tyson sees in Billy Joe on this fight, you know, he sees the same as me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. Excuse me, I got punched in the throat. Spawn, did you see the Spawn? I got punched in the throat. Killer punched me in the throat, so my throat's a bit sore. That's why I had to cough there. But
he's a dirty fighter, Killer. He's a dirty fighter. Yeah, he is.
Going back to Billy Joe and Tyson there. They were here today, and Tyson said something that like there's gypsy magic in there, and you said there was gypsy magic in there. Tom, can you? I know you probably wanted to say too much about it. Well, but explain to some people that might not know what gypsy magic is.
Gypsy magic is, you saw it in the Tyson Fury fight, right? You're going to see it in this fight. I mean, gypsy people are very, very superstitious. They're very spiritual people, right? Mm-hmm. And, you know, you hear of, you know, the old gypsy lady selling the ever-telling fortunes. Mm-hmm. Some people think it's rubbish, but amongst the gypsy people, you know, it's true, and you saw what happened in the Tyson Fury fight, and the old gypsy magic was there, and Wilder still ain't recovered now, you know. So It's doing its magic here.
How strong is the magic here, Tom?
It's going to be strong, very strong. I mean, I look to see Canelo not be as strong as what he normally is. I look him to just get a severe boxing lesson. He won't know what's hit him. The magic's going to be there.
Tom, I've noticed. I keep saying I won't keep you much longer. I'm getting quite a lot of, a lot of abuse on social media. I keep saying I won't keep you much longer. But I want to look at your T-shirt right now because it's in love and memory of Simon Doherty. Simon Doherty, yep.
Doherty, yeah, that's me first cousin's son. And my cousin's like a second brother to me. And his son there on May the 8th. It's the anniversary of his death, suicide. I think it was 25-year-old. And that itself, on May the 8th, having my cousin's son's spirit here with me, that's just another thing with the gypsy magic. And I'll be wearing this on the night, and so I'm more than confident.
Tom, as always, it's a pleasure. Thank you for your time. But go and enjoy the rest of your day here. Wait in tomorrow and fight night in 2 days' time.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom.